Hi, Rob Lukey with Shop Prop Realty. I wanted to take a second to talk about what I thought about the overall state of the real estate market and give you a kind of a couple charts to take a look at that I thought were interesting. So obviously, this is the areas that we do business in, the Bay Area. As you can see, San Francisco Bay Area, about a 25% increase from its peak. Okay, so as far as the Seattle area, about a 20% increase from its peak. And then in the LA area, Los Angeles, San Diego, about a 10%. And if you look at the Scottsdale, Phoenix area, we still haven't recovered, right? So those are some looks at the local markets where we currently do business. By the way, we're also expanding in Hawaii. But I wanted to show a couple different charts. Here's the equity wealth creation. As you know, back in 2008, 2009, actually this was a bigger dip, but this is 2010. People were losing money that owned homes. We saw that start to recover in 2013, and really the historical average is more in the 3 to 4% range. So we're still increasing at a pretty decent clip, but it's getting back to normal. And I know a lot of people go, normal, the market's crazy right now, but let's take a look at some longer term charts too. So let's look at a bigger viewpoint of it. I don't want to show that yet, but here's a bigger picture, right? I want to look at it over. This is the nationwide map of homeowners that are potentially underwater on their mortgages. And as you can see, we've recovered in a lot of areas, but we still have pockets that are where homeowners are still underwater by quite a bit. So there's still some negative equity out there. And what that tells you is that even though the market feels super, super strong, it might have some more room to go. And obviously there's no crystal ball, but I wanted to show you this next chart to give you kind of a longer term viewpoint of what the market's done. So if you guys go back and you look at the other videos, remember I was talking in buying homes in this level. I felt like this was the bottom. And again, you could go look back at the old videos. People that bought did real well in here. And obviously we're now up to this peak. Now this is the 20 city day composite. So this is the bigger picture. But if you look at it and you go, wow, if I look longer term, is this that big of a move? We're barely breaking out of this 20 city day composite, right? So what did it do over the last 20 and 30 years? Well, remember, we came off of the 1987 crash. So this was a drop. And you take a look at home prices in here. Home prices are rising. Right in here is the savings and loans, the Gulf War. We had about a 5 to 8% dip in real estate prices at that point. Otherwise, we had a run from 91 all the way to 2007, basically a 17-year run in real estate prices. I only mentioned this, and then obviously we had this huge 50% retracement, which on a lot of charts, let's face it, when you have this kind of parabolic movement, a lot of times you'll see a 50% retracement. So it's fairly normal, even though this type of retracement in the real estate market hadn't happened since the Great Depression, but typically you see a 5 to 10%. So what does this whole thing mean? Well, what it means is that, even though we see usually real estate happen in 7 to 10 year cycles, we could see a longer term run, right? We could see a 15 or 20 year run with 5% or 10% pullbacks. And I only bring this up because the market feels so strong right now, and it is, but it's getting back to key levels. I think that, again, there's no crystal ball, but I do think we'll probably break out of this 20 city day composite. I think we'll set some new highs over the next period of time, but I do think we're going to see some kind of retracement in the next 2 to 5 years. Now, the question is that obviously how big of a breakout is this going to be in this composite? Is it going to be a 10% run, a 15% run, and then retrace 5%? It's tough to say, but this is what this movement in the chart is what I would basically expect to see is a continuation of a breakout. Again, maybe some stalls here and there, but then maybe a 5 to 7% pullback at some point. So overall, I thought this was an interesting chart because even myself, I look at it and we're buying and selling homes so often. and putting in offers for people and they're not getting accepted because there's so much competition, that I was looking at this chart, and I also was looking at the potential for more inventory coming on the market. And I think, this is just my opinion, I think that as we break through this high and as we move past, let's say we get another 10% or 15%, I think you're going to see a lot more properties come on the market at that point. It's my opinion. But anyhow, I hope that helps, and I hope it gives you a little bit of a longer term view. Take care.